You know when you need a really big fucking hammer and a wing and a prayer when you get the right white screen of death on your laptop? Well, I just had that, and yeah, I think we're live. I'm pretty sure we are, Freddie. Freddie, are we live? It looks like we are. You're
We are
moving.
good.
I'm moving.
We are good. We're good to go, Nick.
I can hear you. You can hear me. There you go. If first of all, apologies for the late start. Um, yeah, Windows 11 sucks. I'm going back to Windows 10 if I can work out how to do it. Talking to smug people, here he is. Look, 0-0 draw, first place AFC smug. And do you know what, Freddie? That wasn't his original name. It was just 0-0 draw smug. And he's changed that. Oh, look, he's even got his bloody glove. Oh, look.
It's someone with far more NFL knowledge than Scott.
Yeah,
and it makes a change. It wasn't the cat. It wasn't the cat that was behind.
More dangerous than the cat.
Indeed. If it is your first time here, you probably got bored waiting. But anyway, if you're still with us, I'm your boy, Phil's great baby, top of the NFC West smug. We got Freddie Harper Davis, and below we've got 0-0 draw because, of course, in the Soccer World Cup, thankfully I fell asleep watching it, so I didn't have to endure that game last night. Did you watch it, Freddie?
I've been watching the whole, pretty much as much of the World Cup as I can, and that was dreadful. I think both
from both teams, or just because obviously we all know Gareth Southgate's labelled as a boring coach, defensive coach, etc., etc., etc. Was that pretty much how you would describe that performance?
Yeah. Well, it was. I honestly, I looked at that and thought it was almost planned that it was to be 0-0 because we offered absolutely nothing going forward, and I don't think the US looked more threatening, but I don't think either team looked like scoring for the entire game. It was a really, really boring game of football, to be honest.
Yeah, and at least I watched. Sorry, Freddie.
It basically means that we're qualified. So as long as we don't get hammered by Wales, that's the main thing.
Not after they got beaten by Iran, which, sorry, I think is hilarious, because if the shoe was on the other foot, the Welsh would be absolutely killing themselves because the English lost. So I'm sorry, Wales. I think that's hilarious. Sorry, Nick. I know you're out where I should be. If things would have gone to plan, I would have been out in San Francisco with Nick Ludlam now, seeing 3 games back to back for the Niners, but unfortunately things didn't work out. He's Welsh, but unfortunately I have to laugh at the Welsh because apart from the Argentina, Saudi Arabia.
Please, game, Mexico tonight. Please beat them. Please.
Viva Mexico, Arriba, and all that game. Please somehow Mexico sneak a 1-0 win against Argentina, because that would just be the funniest thing ever. In fact, I don't know if I could contain. I'd have to go and buy a sombrero. It will be that funny. So, how's your week? We haven't seen you for a few weeks. You were out in Costco last week, Freddie.
I went all American.
How's the last couple of weeks been for you, mate?
Yeah, not bad. As the Steelers decided to turn up for one half last week, and then for the second half forgot to play football, which was nice. Otherwise, yeah, been enjoying the World Cup and enjoying watching other teams play football, not particularly the Steelers.
It's been. We're going to get on to Thanksgiving. I have watched the highlight. I did watch the first game, and then kind of. It's different with soccer. It's only 90 minutes, so you can probably go for 3 games and not feel like you've wasted your whole life. But when it's back to back American football, that's like 9 hours. And even if they started the games at 10 a.m. UK time, which would be really quite bizarre, I could sit through 9 hours of America. But yeah, onto the Thanksgiving games very shortly. Scott, how are you? Obviously, you're driving. I presume you're not in your house looking by the foliage and the backdrop
No.
you have.
Nope. No, I'm here in Oklahoma visiting the family for Thanksgiving weekend. So I unfortunately, the way the schedule worked driving down here, I didn't get to watch the USA England game, but I saw the result. I was expecting, you guys to beat us down like the Chiefs beat down the 49ers, and it was 0-0. But you know what? We'll take it because all we got to do is win against Iran, and we'll advance from the group stage. And any American soccer fan would have signed up for that months ago before this.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's made the last group games quite interesting because, and with the greatest respect to Wales, they're not going to dick England 4-0. It's just there's not going to be a 4-goal swing. It's just not going to happen.
No.
But that, I mean, I mean, neither team are based on. I mean, the USA did play Wales hard, and they did play England hard too. And the England Wales game, the England USA game that I saw before I fell asleep. England were too conservative, and it was just. It didn't surprise me when I saw the result and the criticism that the England team have had back here that it was 0-0. It didn't surprise me because it was just negative, boring. After the see, this is the thing, Scott, right? With the England team and especially the England media, we beat Iran 6. All of a sudden, England think they're going to win the World Cup. They're going to win the European Championship. They're going to win the Super Bowl.
Honestly,
and then you get down.
It pains me to say this, but England are the Dallas Cowboys. We've won nothing. We've won nothing.
Does that mean I have to hate my own?
That's a good way to get kicked off the show, Freddie.
Well, that's true, but
yeah. Look, England was just playing not
luckily,
to lose, right?
We don't have. Sorry, Scott, I didn't hear you. Say that again.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. It's glitching up. I don't know if it's my connection or your connection, what we got going on. But
no, England, it's me. It's me. It's all.
England is gotcha. England is they were just playing position with the goal differential they had after their first win. They couldn't afford to come out and be hyper aggressive and get beat on a couple counterattacks by the U.S. and lose that game. There's with Wales coming up, all they got to do is not like you said, get walloped by them, which isn't going to happen. So it was. I think a lot of it was more strategy and playing position by England than it was USA really being that much better than everybody is expected to. So, yeah, I was. If they get past the group stage, like I said, and get in the elimination knockout match, that would be all gravy at that point for the USA. But
yeah. I mean, I personally like to see either USA or Iran get through. I wouldn't. I mean, to be fair, after that 6, Iran, and they were playing. The Wales goal got sent off. They were doing really, really well. So, yeah, it all sets it up nicely for Tuesday. But anyway, enough of soccer. Let's talk some real football. Did you catch any of the Thanksgiving games, Scott?
Yeah, I watched pretty much the entire first game, and then I watched maybe a half of the second 2 games. I was not really all that interested in those games, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, the Bills hung on against the Lions, and the Bills look vulnerable these last few weeks. They do not look like the dominant powerhouse that everybody was expecting them to be this season, and the way they came out of the gates. Maybe they peaked a little bit too early. You kind of saw a similar thing with them happen though last year. They came out of the gates hot, had a cool stretch there towards the middle later in the season where they kind of fell down in the playoff seeding. But then once the playoffs came around, they started playing to their potential again. So that was kind of one of the takeaways I got from watching those games. The other games were just I don't know. They were okay. They were the Giants Cowboys game was not a close, good game to watch. I saw that game. The Vikings Patriots game, I had something going on in the evening, so I only got to watch maybe the first quarter or so of that game. But that ended up being a fairly close contest. But I don't know, Freddie, with the time change, did you get to watch any of the Thanksgiving games?
Well, the Lions game was 5:30, so that's a reasonable time for us. And then the Giants Cowboys game was 9:30, so that was fine too. So I watched both of those. I didn't watch the evening game, but I did see the highlights and the Patriots catch that wasn't a catch, and laughed after a few years ago where Jesse James had that touchdown ruled out. So I didn't feel very sorry for the Patriots at all after that one, to be honest. But yeah, it was 3 reasonable games. Even though it was a 1-score game in the Cowboys game, they never looked like losing that. They always look pretty comfortable. The Lions seem to be the same every season. They seem to put up points, look competitive, but never seem to pull off the wins. And I want to say I think the Lions will get better and better, and I'm looking forward to seeing Jameson Williams coming back. But they're still a fair way away from being a decent team. So yeah,
it's so weird because they change the coaches and they change the players, but the results are always the same with the Lions. They just they can't get over that hump, and I don't know what it's going to take.
But the Lions played. The Lions played that game hard, and the relief at the end on Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs' face, I think, said it all. They got away with one on that blown coverage.
Yeah,
on the last. I honestly thought the Lions were going to pull the iron out of the fire on that one.
Yeah, Josh Allen has not been good the last 3 or 4 weeks either. He's got.
He's not healthy. He's clearly not.
Yeah,
not right.
Yeah. So I don't know. They're in a race in their division with the Dolphins and some of these other teams in the AFC. The Patriots losing Thanksgiving night game helped them, but you know they would like to probably rest him and get him healthy coming down the stretch here, especially for the playoffs. But they can't necessarily afford to be dropping games here, or they could be on the outside looking in at the playoff picture relatively easily. So they're in a tough spot there for sure. But Thanksgiving games were, like Freddie said, of course, I had the Cowboys defense going in my fantasy league, and they gave up that garbage touchdown with 2.5 seconds or whatever it was at the end of the game, and cost me my 5 bonus points for keeping a team at 13 or below. Go figure. Thanks a lot, Cowboys. But it was kind of like same old Lions, Bills struggling, Cowboys won easy, and the Chocotron 5000 won a primetime game finally, Nick.
He played really well as well. I think it might be time for Nick to suddenly realise that Chocotron 5000 is actually Kirk Cousins' elite.
I don't know about one game necessarily making him elite.
In fairness, Cousins has looked pretty good all season. He's been one of the better quarterbacks for sure. And I mean, they had a really bad game against the Cowboys, but I mean, everybody played badly in that.
The Chocotron will return. Trust me. The Chocotron is just a choke away. And we all know that. So let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Speaking of choking,
you know, I root for the Lions, and I was. Go ahead, Scott.
I say, speaking of choking, how about the Chargers, baby? The they were supposed to win the division this year, and this was the year they were going to the Super Bowl, and all these teams in the AFC West were going to catch the Chiefs, and Chiefs were going to have a down year. They lost Tyreek Hill, blah, blah, blah. The division's over before Thanksgiving this year.
Yeah, but you know why? You know why the Chargers suck now is because they face the number one all-time defense in the history of since Jesus was born, obviously.
Right.
Well, according to you, anyway, Mr. Smug, right? So,
yeah, exactly. But the Chiefs are three games up with the tiebreaker, so essentially 4 games up with 7 games to go. And again, this was supposed to be the year we were going to be down, everybody was going to catch us, and Patrick Mahomes didn't have Tyreek Hill and all that nonsense. And first place in the AFC, swept the Chargers. There was no doubt in anybody's mind watching that game on Sunday night when the Chargers scored with a minute and a half left that the Chiefs weren't going to go down and score a touchdown and win that game. He's amazing. Travis Kelce is amazing. This is shaping up to be an awesome season for the Chiefs because of all the reasons I said before. It's supposed to be a down year, retooling, whatever people want to say about it. But Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs and Andy Reid just keep winning, man.
But like all teams, right? And I get the enthusiasm for Patrick Mahomes because I do like and I like watching the Chiefs play. But regular season is regular season. If you can't do it in the playoffs, it doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter. You could have 80-yard touchdowns. You could have 80-yard runs, 80-yard interception. When it matters is the playoffs. And yes, Mahomes Co. have proved it, and Andy Reid has proved it. But then they didn't last year. So call your Jets. Call your Jets. At the moment.
Last year.
And that's the same as my book, the Niners, right? We steamrolled into Mexico. We kicked Arizona's ass, which is always hilarious. Jimmy G is leading so many categories of whatever. I don't know. And the debate is still, Trey could have done that. Trey would have done this. Whatever. I don't care.
Maybe.
Jimmy G takes us to a Super Bowl and we lose. It happens. That's football for you, right? At the moment, we are, the Niners are on a crest of a wave, winning games, etc. So are the Chiefs. Unfortunately, the Steelers can't buy a win, but that's football, right? It's cyclical. It is what it is. And it kind of makes you wonder, especially with, say, the Chargers. Sorry, not the Chargers. The Chiefs. What happens when they have to hit a rebuild? Because they're going to have to, right? Sooner rather than later, a rebuild is coming. Because, and we've had this conversation.
People said this was a rebuild.
I don't actually agree. I don't agree with that, to be honest. I think the Chiefs they've still got their star quarterback. Mahomes is going to be there for at least another decade plus. Whilst they've got him, they're still going to be competitive. So I honestly think the Chiefs will be fine. And it pains me to say this, but they keep winning. And we've got another person more intelligent than Scott.
Right.
Hi guys.
Special guest appearance from Lainey.
Is that your mom?
In the chat.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. So that, Lainey, I'm so glad to have met you because I can cross you off the Scott Burner account list.
Yeah, he's got a couple that are really other people. So, but I just wanted to jump on and say hi. Tell you how much I enjoy your show every week.
Yeah, hi. Happy Thanksgiving to you. We love having you on, but now you see, now I know I didn't realize you were female. I can't swear so much now. So now I know that I've got to tone it down a bit.
Hey, you're fine. I raised this one, so.
But to be.
Yeah, he's good. All's good, guys. So.
But as I've got going on.
It's nice to see y'all.
Go and
Meet ya.
enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving, Laney. It's good to see you. Take care.
I am. I'm actually cooking with my granddaughter, so yeah, it's always a joy. It takes twice as long. but it's
Don't let Scott anywhere near the cooker because he only works at McDonald's and you don't want the food ruined.
Yeah, I know, and he couldn't even get a discount for us for Thanksgiving. I don't know. I don't know what's up with it. So
They didn't want to have Big Macs for Thanksgiving.
But the thing is, if you need lots of little sachets of,
Yeah.
you need little sachets of salt, pepper, or condiments, Scott's your man to get them for you because he'll just, take them
There
out
you
the
go.
back door at the local drive-through.
Yeah, he's got my back. He's got my back covered on that. So
There you go. But good to see you, Laney. Thank you very much. We really
You too,
appreciate
Robert.
you when you're in the chat. And just don't let Scott anywhere near the cooker, and you'll be good for dinner. Trust me.
he fixed breakfast this morning, so he fixed
Egg McMuffins.
Oh, and you still not? You haven't been poisoned.
Right.
Oh. I was going to say, how come you're not all? If Scott's cooked it, why are you not down in the ER? But of course, he went to the drive-through and got his employee discount.
Yep, I did.
Actually, Scott is a very good cook. So Mr. Smug is always smug, So
Well, he's of course he's always smug. Who else would wear his sunglasses indoors?
Hey, these are my red and yellow glasses, man. I gotta, life's good right now, first place. So
did you get them from Employee of the Month at McDonald's? Surely not.
Employee of the Year, Nick. Get it right. It was Employee of the Year.
Yeah, of course. How silly of me.
all right. I'll see you later.
Moving on. And it also is always very good to see that the Rams still suck. The Ram-A-Lambda, the Rampede in free fall.
That's meant to be the game of the week this week, and honestly, that's going to just be a complete blowout. It's not even going to be worth watching at all. They've got some random guy at quarterback, a team that have fallen apart. They've got a rubbish defense. They've got a team that don't really care about being there, and then they're going to go and get absolutely walloped in Kansas City. I mean, that's going to be ugly.
Yeah, we get a little bit of a taste of
now,
the.
If you don't,
he's
if
right.
You don't put a 50. If you do not put a 50 burger up on the Rams, just wait till next week, my friend. Because if that team cannot completely blow out the Ram-A-Lambda, there's going to be a rampede on this show next week, and it's coming at you, my friend. And apparently you are, and this is definitely you on your burner account. He's like the Patrick Mahomes of making Big Macs.
I'm the goat. I'm the goat. The goat of the drive-through in the Big Mac. So,
so
that's
you're
going to be fun.
You're very sneaky, Scott. You're very sneaky because I didn't know Laney was related to you, and you kept that very, very quiet. And there's me F-bombing and being a complete arsehole, and I didn't know that.
No, she is. She doesn't
Very
mind.
sneaky.
She's got a good sense of humor. She loves the show. So, that's
well, you've got to have a sense of humor to either be on here or watch shit that we produce every week. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Right.
So fair play.
I'm looking forward to getting a piece of the Rams. That's gonna be fun.
Honestly, now, is there any way you lose that game? Even
no.
I know any given Sunday.
No.
But is there even the slight lose that game by a field goal?
No, the Chiefs, unless they just come out and have like 6 turnovers and half the team gets the flu and can't play, I don't see any way they lose that game. Freddie, and you were talking about being the game of the week. All that is Fox wanting to get Patrick Mahomes on their prime slot. That's all that is. At the beginning of the year, there was Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs going against the defending Super Bowl champs. That was a pretty, it was an intriguing matchup. That was a pretty enticing game before the season started. But now the Rams are 3-7, and they're in rambles, and their season's just completely fallen apart on them. Yeah, I don't see any way the Chiefs don't go and win that game by at least 3 touchdowns. I don't.
It's a game I won't be watching. That's for sure.
Right. It'll be fun to watch as a Chiefs fan. That'd be about it. Really.
It's a sort of game I would love to be the fan of the Chiefs, just watching them bulldoze the Rams. But otherwise, I'm going to wait and conserve my energy for the big game on Monday night. Monday Night Football is the highlight of the week this week. Go on, Nick.
You got Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olsen. So that's the number 1 Fox crew.
Yep.
On your game. And a much better game, the Saints at the Niners, which we're going to talk about, obviously, when we do our picks.
Is it?
And you got the butt fumble and Kevin Coog. I mean, who the fuck are they? Never even heard of them. Who the fuck are those guys, as they said in Major League?
Right. Kevin Kugler's pretty good.
Who else? In fact,
do you not feel, Nick, do you not feel sorry for Buck and Aikman doing our game?
Yeah, I do actually. I do actually.
I'm
going to be staying up till 4 a.m. watching the Colts and the Steelers. I can't.
Oh, look, you got another burner account.
Oh, here we go.
Another one of your burner accounts. Quit making fun of Scott for working at McDonald's. They told him in 15 or 20 years he might make assistant manager.
But I might be able to retire by the time I'm 80.
Can only be trusted in the condiment. Well, exactly. So let's just run through the crews that are doing the game. So Denver, Carolina, you got Chris Myers, Robert Smith. Tampa, you've got Kenny Albert, who I do like. Jonathan Wilmer. Ravens at Jacksonville, Andrew Catalon and James Lofton. Texans, Dolphins. Bloody hell, I've never even heard of half of these. Spiro Diades, and I know Jay Feely is. Bears at Jets, Joe Davis and Darryl Johnson, the Goose. Yep. Bengals, Titans, you got Iron Eagle and Charles Davis. I like those as a crew. I do like those as a crew.
That's a good game too.
Falcons at Commanders, you got Adam Admin and Mark Schleff. Never heard of them. Late games, the one and only, my man, Kevin Harlan and Green. I love Kevin Harlan. Raiders, Seattle, Greg Gumbel, Adam Archuleta. Your game, as I said, Burkhardt and Olsen, decent team. We've got, as I said, Kugler and the butt fumble. Packers, Eagles, Tariq Cohen, Colin, and then, of course, poor old Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Well, I don't know if it's or people who have to watch it to have them clowns in the booth. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. Got another one. Look at this. Look, everyone's climbing the McCompany ladder, Scott. See?
Hey, man, you got to start somewhere,
That's true. But don't you think being on the condiments for 20 years is long enough now? Do you not think they could trust you to at least man the window?
I've tried convincing them, but I have not succeeded yet. But someday Someday they will
I
actually
think
let
they
me
need.
get the head. They
I
will
think
let me
they
put the
actually
headset
need.
on and run the drive-through.
I actually think they need to promote your cat to head of drive-through.
Yeah, the cat.
Because that cat gained millions of fans giving you a left hook round the old lug hole that time. That was.
Right.
Did you say you were in this? Weren't you in here for that, Freddie?
Yeah. That was
Or
funny.
weren't you here for that? Yeah,
I was here. Yeah.
Freddie was in there. He witnessed the assault.
See,
that took place.
even Freddie raised the laugh. That's
Right. Yeah, the cat. That's that's an interesting cat. Let's just put it that way. But
very unfair the way you. I thought it was very unfair the way you battered him down the stairs, though. But that's another story. Right. Looks like Carl's. Well, he might pop in, so we'll backtrack if he does. Let's get into some picking the games.
I was about to say, where's Carl at?
Broncos
His team
at
lost
the
to the Chocotron 5000, and he doesn't come on.
Well, he's doing his own version of Chocotron 5000. He said he was an hour late, but we'll see. Might turn up. He might turn up. Bronco at the Panthers, and very interesting about ex-QB Matt Rule. It's failing the NFL, and then you get back to the college scene. Very, very weird. Very.
Yeah, he did all right in college. So Nebraska's.
Who are you going for, Scott?
Probably
Who are you going for, Scott? Pandas
Probably.
or Let's Ride?
Man, I can't pick the Panthers at all. And I'm trying. I think I got ahead of Carl this last week in the picks. I think I'm in first place there too. So, I got to play position here, like your boys England did a little bit. I'll probably pick the Broncos. Carolina sucks. They're terrible. I think Broncos defense will shut them down, and they might be able to win one of these like 10-3 games or something with their defense.
Because also, do you know what? It's been so long, I can't even remember their QB. He's starting. It's not Mayfield.
Yes,
Who's the other? Who's
Darnold.
the guy? That's it, Sam
Darnold.
Darnold. See, it's been that long since he's appeared. They are now sending in the fire crew, aka Sam Darnold. I don't think, and I hate. I want the defense to win this game. I don't want Russell Wilson anywhere near a win. So and as you said, the Pandas are pathetic. So I am regretfully having to go Broncos defense. This isn't anything to do with Russell Wilson. FHD, who you got?
Awful game. Broncos win.
Indeed. Bucks at the Browns, Freddie.
This is tricky because Cleveland seem to sort of turn up one week and then don't turn up the next. And the Bucks they've played well in Germany, but have been awful pretty much all the way up until that point. I mean, I'm a Steelers fan, so I'm going with the Buccaneers, but it's quite a 50-50 game, I think.
Is
Deshaun
Watson back?
3-7 Browns, as you say.
It's the Texans is his first game.
No, not yet. It's going to be interesting to see how, and we all know this team is going to change when he gets back. I'm not going to call him his name because I don't think he deserves it. When he comes back, it's going to be interesting how the dynamic of this team changes, because obviously they got him and they maybe built a roster to a certain point around him. Can I trust this Buccaneers defense? That's the thing. They played well in Germany, but they could have because if they all took the Russell Wilson pills, they won't have jet lag, obviously, because he doesn't think. playing for 15 years. So who knows? But yeah, I'm going to go with the Bucks. Mr. Smug?
This is a kind of a tricky game. Like Freddie said, the Browns are up and down, hot one week, cold the next. They actually played the Bills fairly tough. That they've got their running game, but I just have a hard time picking the Browns. I'll go Bucks as well.
Clean sweep on the Bucks. Okay. Ravens, Jaguars. I'll go first. I think the Jags are going to pull out a win. And ask me how, but
how's that?
How?
I just got a funny feeling that they're gonna. Yeah, I just think they're gonna win. They're gonna stop Lamar somehow and win. Just win, baby. FHD.
No, I can't go against the Ravens. They're a good team. Lamar's playing good football, and their defense is getting better every week. So Ravens for me.
I presume you're going, Scott.
Yeah, I still like the Jaguars. I think they got good players. They're still in that learning how to win mode, and they've got the coach thing has gotten better. The Ravens, I saw on one of these clown midday NFL talk shows the other day that they were saying after the Chiefs beat the Chargers, who is your team to come out of the AFC for the Super Bowl? And people are still picking the Bills over the Chiefs. And then there was one guy, I can't remember, was it Mike Greenberg or whatever his name is? He picked the Ravens. The Ravens are not going to the Super Bowl out of the AFC, I'm sorry. But is that game in Jacksonville or is it in Baltimore?
I'm saying nothing because at the start of the season I had the Ravens not in the Super Bowl.
No,
so I've still got a feeling
it's in Duval, Scott.
Man, I really want to pick the Jaguars, but I just can't. They let me down too much. I'll take the Ravens.
Let's go, Jags. Texans have dumped their starting QB Davis Mills, and they're going up against the Dolphins. Is anybody picking the Texans to win this one?
If anyone's picking the Texans to go into Miami and win, then they need to be on something pretty strong.
Right. Yeah, they need to be in rehabilitation.
Texans will somehow win, and we'll all be sitting here scratching our heads, going, "How the fuck did that happen?"
No.
Bears at the Jets. You all know who I'm going for. I'm sticking with my boy Robert Saleh. I'm sticking with him. So Jets for me. FHD.
I agree. I think the Jets. It doesn't really matter who the quarterback is. I know it's Mike White now and not Zach Wilson, but their defense is so good. And with Justin Fields not that fit, the Bears are not very good without Justin Fields. There'll be nothing. So I fancy the Jets in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to lean Jets as well. If the Bears, if Justin Fields was healthy, I would have picked the Bears, but I can't pick him against the Jets with him being injured. So I'll go New York.
Blimey. Isn't it funny how both New York, I know obviously the Giants lost on Thanksgiving and the Jets have had a little bit of a wobble, but thought at the beginning of the season that both New York teams, even with soft schedules, would be where they are at the moment. It's quite scary, really. It's good. It's good for the New York market, but obviously when they play someone in the AFC in their own division, if they make the playoffs, I think it's going to be a totally different story. But it's a feel-good story during the season. It's going to get tougher next year, winning records, etc. So, but it's good. It's good. I mean, I love Salah, obviously. So I like what he's doing. And rumor has it, they're sitting around Jimmy G maybe for next year as he's going to be a free agent. I think just
they need a quarterback.
The Niners
to be contenders there.
Jimmy.
I think Jimmy.
If the Niners won the Super Bowl with Jimmy G staying in San Francisco on a long-term deal, I don't think he's going anywhere. I honestly don't. I honestly don't think he's going anywhere. And I'm not making that they're going to win, they're going to win. I'm just saying if they won, and that's a big if, as everyone knows. Jimmy G ain't going anywhere. And I'm offered to it on the 2nd or whatever the day is of the Super Bowl. The day after, I'm coming off of Twitter because I need a break for at least 3 months because 49ers Twitter is going to... Well, I mean, it's already bad now. People still... Because Trey Lance was spotted doing some, indoor moves on his ankle. That he's coming back this year and they should give the keys back to Trey Lance. Even if Jimmy G has won 10 games in a row, this is Trey's team. He's still the fuck out of here. Seriously, please.
Even if they just make the Super Bowl,
players.
Even if the 49ers just make the Super Bowl, you don't get rid of Jimmy G. You don't get rid of a guy who took you to 3 NFC championship games and 2 Super Bowls.
But the thing is, you see, and I know I'm not saying Trey Lance is a bust. I don't think I am. They gave up a lot to get Trey Lance. They've obviously seen something. And that's the biggest conundrum out of all of this. They saw something they thought would make Trey Lance a perfect fit for this team and what they had. Yes, McCaffrey has helped out Jimmy G immeasurably because he dumps it down and blah, blah. Yeah, I get all that. But how do you move on from someone like that? As you say, 3 NFC championship games, 2 Super Bowls. And even if he loses again, for someone unproven? And yet, I couldn't give a shit if Jimmy G hands the ball off for the rest of the season and doesn't throw one more pass. I couldn't care less. And if they win it all, he's still been part of that success. And honestly, I try to turn off mind from all of this stuff. And anyone that saw the Niners' last 3 games know that Jimmy G is humming in this offense at this present time. And McCaffrey is a big part of that. And yes, Mitchell coming back at running back. And yes, the defense are helping. But Jimmy G, statistically, and forgetting QB wins with a Z, all of his statistics are up there with the likes of Mahomes and Allen and the QBs at the moment. So I agree with you, Scott. Why would you turn your back on that? Why would you? You'd be stupid to.
You know, this is has put the 49ers in such a weird position. If you're the general manager and the coach, and you wanted to get rid of Jimmy G so bad that you went and gave up all of the capital, all of the draft picks that you gave up to go get Trey Lance, and let's just say somehow they actually do win the Super Bowl this year. If I'm the owner, I would fire your ass. I would be like, wait a minute, we gave up all of this to get a guy when we had a guy that was a Super Bowl winning quarterback already on the team. That's incompetent to me. It's almost like if I was John Lynch and them, I would be hoping the team doesn't make the Super Bowl. It's such a weird, they've put themselves in such a weird spot with the fans. And I love 49ers Twitter. 3 weeks ago when they got bombed by the Chiefs, it was, we need to blow this whole thing up. And is Shanahan the coach and is Lynch the general manager to get us where we need to go? And the sky is falling. The season's over. This isn't a Super Bowl team. This isn't a playoff team. Then they beat the shitty Rams and the Cardinals. And now all of a sudden it's back to we're the best team in the NFC and this thing's wide open. I love 49ers Twitter. I think it's hilarious.
I agree. It's so up and down. I mean, Steelers Twitter's pretty grim, but the Niners Twitter is just something else. And when you had Lance play a couple of games and he had ups and downs, it was almost get rid of him, play Jimmy, and then when Jimmy plays, it's get rid of Jimmy, play Lance. It's just
right. Yeah, a quarterback has one bad series or a couple bad plays, and they want to jump ship and go back to the other guy.
We've had that this year, though. We've had Kenny Pickett, who's playing better each week, and every single week it's get rid of him, put Mitch Trubisky in. I'm thinking, why?
No, you know what Mitch Trubisky is going to be.
Yeah, average.
Just average at best.
Yeah, why would you go roll with average? Go with your rookie and develop him a bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Should we do a game whilst we're waiting for Nick?
Yeah.
I've got the list. Yeah. Should we do Commanders Falcons?
Ooh, that's a spicy one there, Freddie. You Commanders Falcons. Who are you going to pick?
Yeah.
Who are you taking?
Hard one to call this one because Commanders are playing quite good football recently, but they've got a guy, Heineke, who reminds me a bit of Jimmy G, where he doesn't do a lot, but he controls the game, doesn't do anything stupid, doesn't do Carson Wentz and turn the ball over and look ridiculous. The Falcons, I get they're like some of these teams that turn up one week and then the next week they'll be absolutely dreadful and lose 25-0. I go with Commanders because they're at home, but tough one. I don't know. What do you think, Scott?
Yeah, they're hot, right? And the Falcons aren't. So I'm going to stick with the hot team at home and go with Washington. Obviously, don't have a lot of confidence in that pick, but
I agree. Nick, we've both gone with we skipped on and did Commanders Falcons, and we think Commanders will win it. What do you think?
Yeah, I can't see Falcons. Nah, can't see it. Can't see it. Commanders are on a roll. I mean, they're 6-5. Yes, they've been terrible in games, but they somehow found 6 wins. So yeah, Commanders for me. Bungles at Titans looks quite a decent keeper. I think it's Derrick Henry's season, as we've discussed. Yeah, I think the Titans are going to roll. I think the Titans are going to win this. I did see there's some notable players out for the Bengals. Yeah, Titans for me. FHD?
Agree. Jamar Chase they expect him to play and he's not playing tomorrow. So I think that's a game changer for me because if he was playing, I'd have gone Bengals because what I saw last week against the Steelers. Oh, hello. Hi, Ryan.
What's up, Ryan?
It's Ryan the OG.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, you got me? You got me, guys?
We have.
Okay. Hey, fellas, what's going on? Happy Thanksgiving to all of you.
Yeah, we got you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man. Same to you, Ryan.
Yep. Thanks a lot, guys. Just driving like always.
Yeah, we got you. Constantly on the road, man. Constantly on the road.
Yeah, before we get off, Nick, any of you are staying on here at the end, just stay on for about a minute. I'll tell you what just happened. I don't want to say it on air, okay? Just so you guys know.
Okay.
All right.
It looks like he's driving into heaven or something there with the way the lights are.
Well, that's the sunshine. The sunshine's behind me, so.
Right. Yeah.
He's definitely on the highway to heaven, not the way to hell.
No, I hope I'm not going to hell. I want to go to heaven. I want to go.
Yeah. Freddie, did you say Jamar Chase isn't playing?
He's not playing.
He's not. I thought he was back.
I thought he wasn't playing. I'm going to double check. Bear with me.
Hang on, let me have a look.
Yeah, no, I thought I saw on Twitter earlier this week that
he's out tomorrow.
Oh, he's out. Oh, yeah.
They thought he'd be back, but he's out.
I'm taking the Titans in.
Von
Glad you
Miller
said that,
for
Freddie, because I would have picked.
specified time as well.
I would have picked the Bengals, thinking that Jamar Chase was playing, but he's not. So I'm taking the Titans.
What about you, Ryan? Who are you going for?
Okay, what games are we talking about now? I'm sorry.
At the moment,
apologize.
go through the remaining, and I'll get your take on the ones we've already done. Bungles at the
Gotcha.
Titans.
Who is it again? I'm sorry. Who is it?
Bungles at the Titans.
Oh my God. Is Derrick Henry playing? Do you know of?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not
he's fine.
on the injury report.
Yeah, screw it. I'll go for Bengals. Screw it. I'll go for Bengals. Yeah, that's really a good toss-up for me. I don't trust Ryan Tannehill.
Sorry, who did you pick?
Talking to me?
No, I'm talking. Hello, Earth. Freddie, did you pick?
Me, I went Bengals. Titans, sorry.
Oh, right. Okay. So does that mean Ryan gets... So Ryan is the lone wolf? Ryan, lone wolf?
Or the quiet wolf?
Dang, everybody's going for Titans, huh? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Testing. I don't know if I can do good in this or not, but I'll try.
Not bad.
I do better on my microphone, my big microphone.
And
Just better on that.
Just as you did the lone wolf, the sun came through the... Did you notice that? The sun then started to shine through the window again. And save his wife's embarrassment next to him with him lone wolfing in the car on the way home.
It's all good.
At the sorry ass Cardinals, coming off a waxing by the San Francisco Jimmy G 49ers, not the number one rated defense of all time in the history of since Moses. Scott, who you got?
Chargers. If they were playing a lot of other teams, I would pick them to lose because they have to be beat down after that loss to the Chiefs on Sunday. That just emotionally, they got to be drained. They thought they had it, and then they didn't, and now they're scratching their heads looking to see if they're even going to be a playoff team. But I don't see that their opponent sucks. So, I'll take Chargers.
You see, that's the good thing. If you need a get-right game, you either play the sorry Cardinals or the same Rams. So they'll look at that and go, "Oh, this is a get-right week. We're fine. Doesn't matter. We could have all the injuries in the world, but
right.
Kyler Murray could be back, but I don't think that matters because they're down and out. Cliff Kingsbury with a K. I mean, who spells Cliff with a K? What a fucking seriously, come on, man. Jesus wept. Freddie.
Oh, this is not really a competition, is it? I cannot stand the Cardinals. I cannot stand Cliff Kingsbury. He does my head in. I can't believe they gave him that big long contract extension in the summer. It was crazy. The Cardinals are terrible. The Chargers are not very good either, but they're too good for the Cardinals. So Chargers for me as well.
You see, the thing is as well with that Cliff with a K, Kingsbury's contract, is it Michael Bidwell who's the GM? Is it Bidwell at the Cardinals?
I don't know. Some Muppet.
Well, anyway, whoever GM is likes a bit too much of the old cheeky Vimto. So we obviously caught him at a good time, and he was pissed or drunk or both. and gave him a big contract. But Cliff, with a K, it's been nice seeing you in the NFC West. Enjoy your time next year back in college, because your ass is getting fired on Black Monday. And I can't wait, because it's hilarious. Yeah. Oh, the sun's interfering with his internet. Ryan, come in.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. You hear me, guys?
Oh,
You
there
got
you
me?
go.
Okay. It was silent for a couple of seconds. I figured you're probably going to try and get a hold of me. Chargers and Cardinals, right?
Yep.
I got Chargers. I'm not going for any of our division anymore this year. I'm going for opposite division this year. Rest of the year. Because we have a chance this year to do it.
Clean sweep.
Mm-hmm.
Next game I'm pushing, because I couldn't give a shit about either of these two teams.
Raiders, is that Raiders Seahawks?
Yeah, come on, Nick. Which team are you going for?
I'm not. I
Come
don't.
on. You've got to pick one.
I saw that game on the schedule and I thought of Nick
Fuck it,
instantly.
Raiders.
Yeah, so did I. That was the first thing I thought when I saw that. I thought, I can't wait to see which one he's picking.
Raiders.
Don't do that.
I can't believe. Hang on. I feel sick even saying it. Raiders. Freddie?
Well, I want you to lone wolf on the Raiders, so I'm definitely going with Seattle.
Yeah, no. Seahawks, easy.
Scott.
Easy. And Ryan just said he's not picking the division teams anymore.
I know Ryan's already said he's not going to pick on them. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got the Raiders.
See, there you go. You see, tactical voting. But honestly, I couldn't give a shit over these. But obviously, if the Sea Chickens, I mean, we're already top of the NFC. If the Sea Chickens lose, and they will have obviously that they'll be playing at the same sort of time, then that if the Niners can win, that puts us in a better position in the division. But I can't see the Raiders winning it. I've got to pick them, but I just can't see it. Now, tactical voting time, maybe. The same sorry-ass Rams versus the second coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, God, Moses, St. Peter, and any other biblical amazing people you can think of. We all know. Well, I would be amazed if Scott. In fact, Scott, I'm going to ask you for a score prediction, not for who's winning. I want a score prediction.
A score prediction? I think
Yes,
the Rams can still play a little bit of defense, and I think you'll probably see like maybe Chad Henne in it, backup quarterback at some point in the fourth quarter. So I'm going to go 40-17 Chiefs.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you to pick a winner either, Freddie or Ryan. I want score predictions. So, Freddie, score prediction.
All right, I think 28-10. I think the Chiefs will be fairly comfortable. The Rams won't put up many points, but they won't. Their defense isn't bad enough for the Chiefs to score 40 plus. So I think it'll be 28-10.
I guess I'm next.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going for you, Scotty, this week, man. I hope they kick the shit out of the freaking Lambs. Hope they do.
Oh, they're going to.
Hey, Scotty, I guess you got the DM I sent.
I did. I haven't opened it up yet. I did get it. I haven't opened it up yet, though, Ryan. I saw it right before I was getting ready to come on.
It's very cool. It's very cool. Yep. I like it.
I'll check it out for sure.
Yep.
And Freddie, you said
what's your score prediction, Ryan, for that game?
Okay, if they blow them out, I hope it's about 40-10.
Nice.
That's
Scott, go on, say again.
Come on, Scott. What's coming my way?
Freddie, I mean, you said the Chiefs can't score 40 plus because of the Rams defense, but I mean, they scored 50 against the greatest defense in the history of the universe a few weeks ago.
That's true. They did. Yeah, that's true. Very good point. Yeah.
They could definitely score 40 plus, Freddie.
Oh no, I'm still sticking with 28-10. They don't need to get out of second gear, so that'll be fine.
Right, my score prediction.
On another note, is anyone watching this Argentina-Mexico game? The cheating is ridiculous. It's
score. What's the score?
It's 0-0. It's 0-0, but both teams are they're falling on the floor every opportunity they get. It's pathetic.
I will be watching that to get off of here shortly. I forgot that. I thought that was the. What time is it? Oh, it is. I thought, sorry. It's 7:30. I thought, for some reason, it was 6:30. But I'm going for 50 points to 10. And Jalen Ramsey burnt more times than Scott when he's on the hamburger roll station at the drive-thru. He's been burnt more times than that. And that's
a lot, too. Yeah, that's a lot.
Exactly. Packers at Eagles.
I was going to say it's been burnt more times than Oklahoma have this year, but I thought I might get in trouble. So
yeah, I'm in Oklahoma, Freddie. So let's keep that down.
Yeah, keep it down. We don't want Scott getting attacked there. We don't want the cat or Laney coming in and slaying him or anything like that. We don't want that. I'm going with
these people down
Packers,
here. I'm not kidding.
I'm going Packers. Freddie?
I know what people from Oklahoma are like. As I say, I follow LSU, so I know if we've got to beat Texas A&M tonight, and hopefully we'll shove them and keep them quiet. But yeah, their football passion down in those parts is
when you go to the store right up here up the road, their vending machine, their soda machine, just has a big OU with a wagon on the. It doesn't say Pepsi or Mountain Dew or none of that shit. It just has a huge OU logo with the wagon and everything on it. Yeah, they're passionate about their Sooners down here.
I love it. Eagles Packers. I don't know. This one you'd feel would be a definite Eagles win, but they have not looked convincing the last few weeks at all. Part of me wants to go for an upset here, but the Packers are not great, and they're still not playing that well. I think this is the game that finishes the Packers off completely this season, and then they should really go Jordan Love after this week. I'm going to say Eagles, but this could be an upset. I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers somehow won this game. And now I'm in trouble.
Right. Are you picking the Packers or are you going?
I'm going Eagles.
Are you going with the Packers, Freddie? You're going with the Eagles.
I'm going for the Eagles.
What about you, Eagles? Ryan?
You should know me by now, Nick. I don't go for Smeagol's at all. Not unless they go against our division.
Okay.
That's any way I'll go for them. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Nick. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's right. I still don't know how the 9-1, but hey ho. Freddie, what channel is the Argentina game on? Is it BBC or ITV?
ITV.
ITV. Is it? Because it's saying, sorry. So they had I'm a Celebrity on. That's weird, because would they have that on now when there's football? Sorry, we digress. So I'm the lone wolf, am I, for the Packers? Is that right?
I think, did Ryan go Packers?
I went for Cheeseheads.
Yeah,
I went for Cheeseheads. Yeah,
This is
I went for Jesus
You got,
next.
well, there you go.
Well, we've got an extra lone wolf. Ideal.
You got a bonus lone wolf. Bonus lone wolf out of me. Bear with me. If you want to give Freddie any abuse, put it in the chat and I'll put it up. It's fine. He'll take it with dignity. Unfortunately, we can't manufacture a lone wolf because that would really give you. So if anyone's seen Freddie's lone wolf, they know that they are the best ever. And
Freddie's got pretty good at it.
Because if the RSPCA or the animal rescue were walking past Freddie's house when he lone wolf, he burst the door down thinking there was a poor animal suffering inside. That's how bad it is. Big Doug, Laney and I live in Tulsa. State School Football Championship is this weekend and next. All 4 teams are from Oklahoma. It's 4 times the size of Tulsa. Big weekends here locally. But please, Big Doug, Laney, anyone want to give Freddie some? Oh, hang
Feel
on.
free.
Laney's an OU
football, and I can't see who's backing.
Laney's one of like 5 people that lives in Oklahoma that hates OU. They can't stand the Sooners. So,
yeah, join the club.
Okay, Steelers. Oh, the mighty Steelers at the mighty Colts. Holy shit. Who put this on Monday Night Football? What the fuck is going on there? We always save, obviously, the best game till last, i.e. the 49ers game. And it looks like we've got the shit bowl second to last.
I can't believe I'm going to be awake at 4 o'clock watching this rubbish. Scott will be the one messaging me on Twitter saying, why the hell are you watching this rubbish? 4 a.m. when it's 10:10. Both teams look like throwing this away. It's going to be an awful game. I'm going Steelers, obviously, but I mean, this is going to be dreadful.
You deserve a medal, I have to admit, Freddie, because I'm not getting, and I love football, but even I couldn't drag my ass out of bed. My homie makes a good point. Let's just bring it up. It will come up in a sec. The real losers are anyone watching that game. That's pretty true. I still want to see the reaction of Steeler Nation. Not that I think Tomlin's going to get hooked at all. But I want to see what the reaction is going to be if they don't win any more games this year, which is quite possible.
Nah, it isn't. Have you
I'm
seen
going with the Colts.
Nick, there's no way we don't win another game. We've still got the Raiders to play. We've still got the Browns to play. We've still got the Panthers to play. We've still got the Falcons to play. We will win at least one of those for sure. But
any given Sunday, except one where the Steelers win. So I'm sticking with my prediction that the Steelers and guess what? The Steelers will probably win this Sunday and make me look a dick. But I'm still going with the Colts. Scott?
I'm picking the Steelers. I think the Colts are terrible. Steelers have won a couple games that have surprised me here recently. They were supposed to get waxed by somebody a few weeks ago and they won. So the Colts they're terrible too. So I'll take Steelers.
Okay. Ryan?
I got the Colts, gentlemen. I got the Colts.
I've suddenly decided I've suddenly decided I don't like the 49ers.
To a real American game. The real America's game of the week.
I knew you were going to say that, Freddie. I had a feeling you were going to say that.
one of the best recent. In fact, the last 5-6 years, the Niners and Saints when they play have played out some really good games. Obviously, the last time we played, we beat them on a field goal at 0-0. Best tight end in football, having 6 people draped over him, getting face masks, getting murdered, but he still dragged them for about 50 yards. The best defense in football didn't show up that day, Scott. We know that. But they weren't the best then. They are now. Freddie, Niners, Saints.
I'm lone wolfing this because you two have just gone against my Steelers, so I'm going with the Saints. Who dat?
I saw you in the garage.
They ain't that. Scott.
I'm going 49ers.
So get ready, everyone. Clear it. And I know I won't ask Ryan because I know which way Ryan's obviously going. So it took us 1 hour, 11 minutes, 11 seconds to get the famous FHD, poshest man on the Shank Club, Lone Wolf special. Freddie, it's over to you.
I've gone high pitched.
Freddie, you lost any progress you had made on the Lone Wolf. You just lost on that one there, buddy.
That was not good. I don't know why it suddenly was so high, but I'll take it.
Yeah, next time I need to turn my volume down because my couple of lights have just smashed in my room and the glass is just broken with that one. Laney, you're the best. I am honoured to have been able to be on the Shank Club. If I'd have known, seriously, that and Scott did me a dirty there, if I'd have known he was coming to your house, he should have done the cooking and you could have sat in his chair and you could have done the prediction. Because we'd have probably got more sense out of you, Laney, than we do out of him on a regular basis.
Yep. I can't have her making me look bad. So.
And we might have got, and we may have got some extra special lone wolves. Who knows?
Here, hold on a second. You gotta.
Unfortunately, obviously.
Here, look. See.
Unfortunately, it looks like.
Look, there's a little me right there. Oh, right there.
What, on the left or the right? Which one are you? Right one.
That's me right there.
Look at that
in the
hairstyle.
That is beautiful.
Cool family, Scotty. Cool family, man. Cool family.
What happened, right?
Well, something airline is all I can say.
Yeah, a little bit of that for sure.
I can't say anything about that.
Definitely. Right. What do you think? I need a haircut. My hair's gone crazy. Final thoughts, gentlemen, before we get up out of here and I watch Argentina and Mexico second half kicking the shit out of each other, just falling over and hoping for the best. Freddie, final thoughts on the games coming up. Where can people find you? All that jazz.
You can find me on Twitter, Matt. I don't know what Freddie Harper Davis, or Dav, I think it is, but Scott knows where I am, and he'll probably annoy me on Monday night when I'm watching the worst football game imaginable. Otherwise, yeah, it's mostly going to be blabber about the World Cup and probably the Steelers the next few days. So enjoy that. Otherwise, looking forward to the games this week. It's not the greatest of schedules because I think most of the good games are on Thanksgiving, but I'm looking forward to the Titans-Bengals. I'm looking forward to the Chiefs thrashing the Rams. And I'm also looking forward to the Saints pulling off the upset of all upsets and beating the Niners.
Freddie, stop drinking the Carling, mate. Seriously, you've got to calm down
No,
on the Carling.
Nah, Nick, I'm drinking the bud. I'm drinking the bud that was rejected in Qatar. They sent it here, so all good.
Oh, well, that's good. I think in the Kool-Aid for a minute, but that's another story. Scott, final thoughts, all that jazz. Where can people find you?
Yeah, people can find me. I got my personal Twitter at this Mr. Roger. You can also find me on my Chiefs show, Chiefs Kingdom Live. It's on all of the social media platforms and our YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm doing Thanksgiving family stuff today, so just very thankful to have all of you guys as my friends and doing this show every week, and it's a lot of fun. I look forward to it. It's always a good time, so I hope you all are doing well and looking forward to football this weekend and just eat some food here in a little bit. And thankful for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs and to be a fan during this is like the golden era of Chiefs football. I guess you could say they just win and win and win and win. So definitely thankful for that. Happy to be with you guys. Hope you all have a good rest of your weekend, and I appreciate coming on with you guys each week.
Yeah, and we and I know I always say, but as much as we dig at each other, everyone on here, it's never nasty. It's all fun. Everyone thought Mexico nearly scored a kick then. Sorry. It's all love. It's all fun. We're one big happy family. I'm thankful for Scott, for Ryan, FHD, even though he's a turncoat and hasn't been here for a couple of weeks, and all the other guys that have forever come on this channel. You know, I've always said we just sit around, talk shit for a couple of hours, and it's fun and we enjoy it. So if people watch, they watch. If they don't, it's kind of like a Zoom call between friends on here. So it doesn't matter whether people watch or not. It's just good to catch up every week, see what everyone's done, talk shit, talk football. So I do. I'm thankful for that. Ryan, final thoughts. Let everyone know where they can find you, all that sort of jazz.
You guys got me, right?
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay. Well, I'm thankful for, everything that's been going on for the last year or so. And I know, yes, it passed my year anniversary of my channel. And I'm very, very proud of it. I'm very happy with it. Right now, I'm in a mix of building it better. And yes, I'm getting a new website up, a new email for it, everything. So that's the reason why we haven't been on it for a couple weeks or so. I'm thankful for being on 10 Club NFL. Thank you, Nick, for inviting me on here. And all you guys, hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know I did. All I did was spend time with my family. So I did. Had all the food in the world. My God, it was wonderful. It was. So basically, thank you very much for having me again, as always. And you, my fellows, on Red Gold 24/7. And of course, the UK gentlemen. And of course, a couple other people that are involved in Faithful Empire. And we will be back, though. We will. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. Yeah, man, Nick, you're good.
Nice. Well, thanks for everyone that joined. Thank you to Big Doug R, Mahoney the Goat. She dropped in. We should have got her on the Lone Wolf section because that would have been quite interesting. But thank you, everyone, for joining. Thanks to everyone for listening. Sorry we were late. I need a massive sledgehammer to smash up my laptop because if it does it again, Windows 10 will. I've got to roll it back.
Windows 11. Windows 11.
Go Niners.
Go Niners.
Go Niners. Rat Stuck. Ram-A-Lamba-Ding-Dong. Cliff Kingsbury, bye-bye with a K. Best defense in the history of the world. Everyone else. Thank you. We will see you again next week, hopefully, if I can get my laptop working. We are going to make Carl grovel for not turning up this week, by the way. So get your groveling ready, Carl, if you're watching. But thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you're across the pond, have a good and safe weekend and enjoy your food, enjoy your Thanksgiving, all that jazz. I'm Nick. That's Freddie. That's Ryan. That's Mr. Smug. See you all later. Take care.
Later on, guys.
Bye-bye.
Later on. Go no Niners.